policy objectives with a strong social dimension. The main objective will be to ensure the protection of workers' health and safety. Moreover, we will also look at more flexibility for workers and businesses in their hours and the way they organize their work. Also, we will look at the needs of core public services and of small businesses, and also the role of working time rules in supporting a better work-life balance. In terms of the way we work has evolved, one of the big changes in working time over the last decade has been its de-standardization. Some examples include part-time work, flexi-time, and time banks, as well as night work, on-call work, extended shifts, rotating shifts, and weekend work. In our review of the working time rules, we will evaluate carefully how these trends affect workers' health and safety. We will also have to look closely at how they relate to reconciling work and family life, as well as the way they interact with the needs of workers, businesses, key public services, and the society as a whole. Many of the general issues will be reflected on are relevant to today's conference on a work-free Sunday. In terms of research, the Commission has just started work on a detailed review of atypical working patterns and the manner in which they affect workers' health and safety. This study will be looking at all types of non-standard working hours as part of the Commission's comprehensive review and should be completed by September. So how do we review of the working time? How will this affect the work-free Sunday? It has to refer to when the rules of the Working Time Directive were set. When the directive was adopted in 1993, it stated that the minimum weekly rest of 24 hours shall in principle include Sunday. The corresponding recital stated that it was ultimately for member states to legislate on the inclusion of Sunday in their weekly rest, and if so, to what extent, taking into consideration cultural, ethnic and religious diversity among other factors. However, only 3 years later, in 1996, the European Court of Justice ruled in a judgment that the Working Time Directive could not validly include a sentence providing that Sunday should in principle be the weekly day of rest in the European Union. The Court's reason was that while weekly rest is a health and safety issue, taking that rest on Sunday rather than on any other day of the week has not proven to be closely connected to the health and safety of the workers, which is what the Working Time Directive is all about. This ruling also led to a more restrictive interpretation of the Younger Workers Directive adopted before the Court's ruling. The Younger Workers Directive indeed states that the weekly rest should be taken on Sunday. The current Working Time Directive provides in its Article 5 for 1 3-day per week. So at the moment, the day of the week when the rest should be taken is a decision left to the Member States. Moreover, many would argue that for reasons of subsidiarity, the choice of weekly rest days should be made at local or national level rather than at EU level. Already, in at least 16 member states' national legislation, the weekly rest day is Sunday. The consultation launched today is a crucial first step in the review of the Working Time Directive. It is directed specifically to the European social partners who enjoy this role under Article 154 of the Treaty. Many of you here today will have an opportunity to contribute to the social partners' replies in 6 weeks. Whether weekly rest should be taken on a Sunday may be a matter for national law under the principle of subsidiarity. But what I can promise today is that the Commission will consider all contributions in the review of the Working Time Directive. I look forward to receiving your views on how we can make progress in this long-standing debate. Thank you very much for your attention, and I wish you a very stimulating and useful discussion today.